What is up, guys? It is John, the Game Master Guys here, and today, believe it or not, today marks the 5-year anniversary of the Game Master Guys. Around February 20th, 2013, that's when we joined YouTube. And back then, it wasn't really much of a we, like between me and then the other members that you guys know from today. Like back then, we used to be a local multiplayer co-op type of channel. And back in the very early era, like people that you know now didn't like even appear in the first year or like at least the first few months of the videos before it got deleted. Like back then, it was mainly a 4 to 3 player multiplayer local co-op between me and my neighbors. And to be honest, for a person who's made a YouTube channel in 8th grade, I didn't really expect to make videos in college still, and it's just crazy. Like, between this 5-year gap, trust me, a lot has changed. Like, things have evolved. I started off with an iPhone 4 camera, and now I have a capture card. I had to deal with a crappy Windows desktop that always shuts off, like, every 15 minutes or so, into a MacBook that I spilled milk on, and the keyboard froze, and then just, I hate Mac, okay? I don't like Mac. And then to a Windows computer that I have now still. I had this since like 2015. And yeah, just a lot has changed. And then in the type of content that I've been delivering for a bit, and then the new franchises that I got into, and the people I've met, the viewers, the fans, and just man, I didn't really expect to at least be in this position right now, to be honest. Like, we all start small, but, you know, there's some people who are pretty doubtful for themselves, at least thinking that they're probably not going to at least have a type of, I guess, fan base, at least have a viewers have a type of viewers that you guys can connect to, or whatever. And they just think that they want to be making videos, like, 5 years later or so, and I was just basically one of those people. Like, I was pretty doubtful back then, and, I just want to say, just overall, thank you guys so much for the support, and just for you guys who are new or at least been veterans to the channel, I just want to say thank you guys so much for support overall, and I appreciate for you guys commenting and liking all my videos and just watching them overall. I appreciate delivering you guys the content and you guys watching them. I'm just really happy for this, and I'm glad that some people, I'm starting to at least get to know you guys even more by having a Discord server. It's been great having you guys around, and it's just fun overall, and I'll be looking forward to make videos with you guys still, and even the members overall. I'm just proud to be here, to be honest. And you guys are all like family to me. And I have a lot to say here, but right now, actually, what's in today's video is going to be a big one. So in today's video, actually, I'm going to be talking about how the Game Master Guys actually started. I briefed about this a couple of times before, like, I don't know which certain ones. I remember I briefed about it in the 4-year anniversary video. But here, I'll be explaining the full-length story of how the Game Master Guys actually truly started, and what made me have a YouTube account. And you guys may have learned a lot of stuff here. You guys may have known some stuff, but who knows? This year is quite interesting in from my perspective. Like, I believe it was kind of an interesting way to start a YouTube channel. Well, I wouldn't say it's the craziest, mind-blowing one, but it's something. So I hope you guys enjoy the story, and yeah, just thank you guys so much for the support for the 5 years, and let's just hope that we will excel until the very end and proceed to make our life successful, I guess. I enjoy doing this as a hobby, to be honest, and I'm still glad doing videos with you guys, and it's all that matters to me, just having fun overall. So, enough of my rambling, let's get started. Now, before I explain the story, I just want to let you guys know that this here will be unscripted. I will try my best to explain this way in the smoothest, well-organized way as possible. So I do apologize if I do stutter or anything else. So let's not waste any more time, let's get started. So, now, how this all started, well, believe it or not, this isn't actually my first YouTube channel. And before the Game Master Guys even became a thing, I've actually made another YouTube channel before, and it didn't really last long. It only lasted like 2 months or so, because it was a complete failure and cringy, and then I don't know, I just felt embarrassed. But to explain how this all started, so during my early childhood days, around, like, I guess you could say 2008 or through, I guess 2008 through 2010, like between those times, I would always like to watch a bunch of random gameplay videos that are like multiplayer like I would watch some Mario Party gameplay. What else? A random Mario Kart Wii random multiplayer from a group of people. And heck, I would even try and watch a lot of new Super Mario Bros. Wii 4-player co-ops, because those are always really fun to watch. And I wish I had times like those, like with other people, because I didn't really play local multiplayer that much with people. Well, actually, okay, to be honest, I kind of did in a decent amount, like with some of my elementary school friends, and then I guess some family members, I guess you could say. But let's see, to fast forward this, with all the local multiplayer fun, I wish that I can at least re-experience those again, at least try to look back at them. And yes, I know there's memories, I can always remember them, but I just want to at least like exactly picture the way of how we played games or whatever, if that makes any sense. So then later through the years, I've been inspired to at least have a YouTube channel. But I really couldn't, because first of all, I didn't know how uploading videos worked on YouTube in the first place, and I thought creating an account was pretty complicated or something. And plus, I didn't really have anything. I didn't have a good camera or anything too fancy, not even a capture card. So, and plus, besides, my sister wouldn't even allow me to make a YouTube account either. She thinks it's too dangerous or whatever. During my 8th grade year, that was the year when I became more social towards other people, and that's when I actually had a group of friends to be with, during lunch. Me and my friends would always hang out during lunch, talk about some other things. We did have some slightly common interests. We were nerds, basically, but they're into different stuff than I do, but they still acknowledged the Nintendo stuff. So it was around November of 2012. And that was during the time when the Wii U came out, and New Super Mario Bros. U and Nintendo Land became a big thing. And around that time, so me and my friends actually, I think we were talking one day, and they were talking about shooting a video over the weekend for YouTube or whatever. And I was like, whoa, you guys have a YouTube account or something? I was like, oh yeah, we do. And then yada yada. They showed me some of their channels. I thought it was pretty cool. They uploaded some minor gameplay. It was no capture card, but it was decent for what it is. And then I was like, wow, I wish I could make videos like you guys, but my sister wouldn't really allow me to make one. So then they support. They was like, you should try and make a YouTube account. I think you do pretty well or something. It's worth a shot. It's like, okay. So then let's see. I said it was around the I don't know. It was later around I don't know when exactly. Probably during that night or a week later. Who knows? But it was around a Facebook group chat, and we were just typing, or we were messing around, and then I decided to ask my friends, hey, if I recorded some test gameplay and posted it here, would you guys like to give some feedback? And they were like, yeah, sure, or as I thought. And then, so then the first ever gameplay that I've ever recorded from a TV was actually Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I did a random test race here, and luckily enough, I still do have the post.
My quality test. See what you guys think.
And the videos that I have from the Facebook group chat. I'm surprised the group chat was alive. It got disbanded early 2013. But yeah, and then they said that was pretty good. So then I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to make a YouTube account. So then later that day, not day, but at least later, I guess sometime later, I was ready to make one, and I already know what my username was going to be, because with all the inspirations that I watched throughout the years or whatever, I was ready enough to make a YouTube account. For my YouTube inspirations, it was Kobaner9456, Sugar Conroy, The Runaway Guys, We Like to Play, or as I used to call me, We Like to Play, SGB Likes to Play, and then, yeah, believe it or not, Smosh Games. I used to like Smosh Games a lot back then, before they're now irrelevant in my opinion. But yeah. But as you guys can tell, I was mainly inspired by collaboration channels and more of the multiplayer type of thing than just single player Let's Plays or anything like that. And because I always like doing those type of videos more than single player. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy single player games, at least recording them. But it's a lot more memorable, more enjoyment out of other people if we just if we all just play games together. But yeah, So then I was ready enough to make my own username, and my original username was actually called TheGamerzLikesToPlay, and that was my first ever YouTube channel. And some usernames was at least some parts of the username was inspired by other channels. Obviously, SGB Likes to Play, and I guess we Like to Play. I guess they're both inspired by the like to play part because, yeah, like, and the gamers part, well, me and my friends were gamers, and we like to play games. I know it sounds pretty boring and basic and dumb, but I thought it was pretty cool at the time. So then, when I first created my channel, I was already ready enough to make some gameplay already, and the first ever gameplay I've uploaded was Sonic Colors. I did okay on it, I guess, except the part where my parents told me they're gonna leave for errands. I remember that part being kept. But yeah, and then when I've uploaded to YouTube, I was and then because I was still trying to figure it out, it was actually simpler than I thought, really. And I was like, oh my gosh, I already uploaded my first ever video. I'm so surprised. Then an hour later, it has reached 12 views, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, it reached 12 views already? Wow. And I thought it was pretty cool. And then, so then, I guess like a few days later, Abrar has found out that I made a YouTube channel. I was like, hey Abrar, you want to record a Let's Play with me? And he was like, yeah, sure. So then the Let's Play that Abrar did was New Smart Bros. U. And not the one that I've, okay, and by that I mean, we actually did our first ever attempt on a Let's Play. It's not the one that I reacted to last year's, but it's a bit of a different one. And then later down the parts, we decided to invite our neighbors, actually, our former neighbors, and they said they wouldn't mind doing videos with us. And with our channel, whatever, I guess we were all kind of rebels, because, like I said, I secretly made it a YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I said that, and I still did not know about it. And then I was so scared, I was like, you know what, I think we should give each other nicknames. And the nicknames part was inspired by Smosh games like Jovenshire, Lasercorn, I don't even know, I'm pretty sure there's more members. I haven't watched Smosh games in a while. That was like a way long time ago, but those type of names was inspired by it. And then, let's see, I believe that, yeah, we decided to give each other nicknames. I remember for me, it was The Gamer. I'm a gamer. I know this is pretty stupid, I know. And then Brar was called Natsu as a main character from Fairy Tail. And then our two neighbors, I don't know what their nicknames were. I remember later on during the early TGMG era, one that was called Bob, and then the other was called Eagle. But I believe in the Gamers Likes to Play era, it was Corn, I believe. I don't remember. But yeah, we only did that just to hide our identities, even from like revealing our real names, and yet if they ever find us, they're recognized by our voices. So, and plus I wasn't thinking at the time. I was like, well, how can they find like a low subscribed new channel or whatever? But I don't know. I was a bit paranoid back then. But yeah, we did New Smart Bros. U, and we completed that one, and the earlier parts did successful. And then, during our New Smart Bros. U era, and we did some Nintendo Land videos as well, I actually made a friend there, and his name was Mario something. I don't know, had a bunch of digits and numbers. I don't remember specifically what his name was, but there's that. And he had a collaboration channel that was similar to our channel, and they were called the Swimming Champions. Don't bother looking it up, because the channel's not there anymore. It's like taken down last time I checked. So, yeah. And I thought they were pretty good, because, I don't know, because they made similar videos as we were. They had a better quality camera than we do. Like, they actually used a legitimate camera while I used an iPhone 4. And, I guess we know each other for a bit. But what started going all downhill during the Gamers Likes to Play era was that I wasn't gaining any subscribers, and I started to get at least a couple dislikes on my videos. I'm probably saying that's to over-exaggerate, probably like one, and I over-exaggerated about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I got a dislike on my video. I don't know what to do. I was freaking out, and then I became losing subs, like 5 or more. I believe I actually did lost a couple, and I was like, what's going on? Why am I failing or whatever? And then I don't know. I felt so. I already lost my touch. Like, I felt like I lost my motivation to continue doing videos. So then I was like, you know what? I think it's best to have a fresh start. So then to end off the channel, I basically made a terrible excuse of a video. And then I said, we got hacked, by the way, and here's our new channel, and then, aka TheGameMasterGuys. And yeah, I know it's a pretty dumb story, because if I was hacked, then I won't be able to upload a video. I was stupid back then. But then a couple days later, I shut down the channel, and then that's how the TheGameMasterGuys was born. And you may be wondering, how was the TheGameMasterGuys truly born? Well, like, it was a continuation a bit from the Gamers Likes to Play. Well, barely, but it was more like a new start. But early at the time, when I decided to make the Game Master Guys, it was actually a lot harder to make a new YouTube channel, or at least to come up with that username. Because I had so many original username attempts, and it took a while for me to at least come up with the Gaming Master Guys. I remember that my original username was going to be TheGamerDudes. Yeah, I know it's kind of... I know it kind of just doesn't really sound that exciting. But funny enough, I actually ended up meeting a gamer dude. Well, Jason, that is, later on. I didn't really realize that till later, which is funny. And then, what else? We were going to be called the Gaming Champions or whatever, but I realized that's a bit of a ripoff to the Swimming Champions, so I decided to scratch that off as well. And then, I believe we were called the Gaming Bros? I can't remember exactly on that part, but what made me want to come with the Gaming Master Guys? From what I remember, I was like in 8th grade, I was like a young 13-year-old, I didn't know any better back then, so don't judge me, so back then, I used to think that I was a master at video games, and then I was like, you know what? I thought I might as well call it the Gaming Master, and then let's see. Like I still want to aim it for a collaboration, group people type of channel. So then there would be a bunch of guys, and I was like, you know what? I think it would be called the Gaming Master Guys, and then I thought it was pretty cool at the time, but then later on down the line, I do admit I'm not the master at video games, okay? I'm decent for what I am. I know there's some people better than me out there, I do admit that, but I was in 8th grade when I came up with that. Cut me some slack, and besides, there's times where I wanted to change my username, because I don't know, it doesn't really fit what the channel is, and then, I don't know, I just have some low confidence about the channel name, and I thought it was pretty cringy to be named that, because heck, I don't even tell many in real life friends or whatever about my YouTube channel. I keep that as a secret. Just because I don't want them to see my videos, and then just the username is pretty cringy for the most part. I still have that type of vibe still, but oh well. But now, I don't mind having the username. I decided to keep it the way it is, because that's how it truly originated, and I'll always keep the Game Master Guys as the username forever. Now, as you guys can tell, if you check my 4-year anniversary special video, I actually did react to one of my first Let's Plays on the Game Master Guys channel. And yeah, that's like the only old video that I've had from there. And yes, New Smart Bros. U was our very first true Let's Play. It was still cringy back then, but it was better than the Gamers Likes to Play attempt, I'll do admit that. But in case you guys don't know, during like the early 2013 era, I'm not sure there's still people out there that have seen my very old videos. They're now deleted, by the way, and the reason why is because I still have that type of vibe that I have with the Gamers Likes to Play. I wasn't considering thinking about deleting the Gaming Master Guys channel because I don't even 300 subs at the time. I don't remember exactly, but I wanted to continue still. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and at least do a soft reboot, or at least do a reboot with the channel. So then I've actually rebooted the Game Master Guys a little bit and deleted all my videos. So I guess you could consider my first Let's Play is Mario Party 9 now, instead of New Smart Bros. U. So I sometimes regret deleting the old videos I used to make back then, but sometimes I don't know. I'm a little 50-50, but it's deleted now, so there's nothing I can really do about it. But anyways, the reason why I do those do videos still, even though I don't really get that much fame from other people or whatever, but I'm not really here to get popular or anything. I do YouTube as a hobby mainly, and as you guys can tell, I don't monetize my videos or anything. And if I did, I probably would get a cent off of YouTube or something. But basically, what my purpose of being here is that I want to at least continue making the type of videos that people used to enjoy watching, basically, I want people to at least experience watching a bunch of gamers having fun playing the game, mainly, and not just do it as a chore. I'm not saying that most gaming YouTubers do that. There's obviously some YouTubers out there who does truly have fun. There's a lot to say, so I can't really specifically say who, but I want to try at least give people the old vibes that they used to watch, during the 2008 and 2010 era. I don't somewhere around there, or even later on. I can't really specifically say what era, but I think you know what I mean. And during the reboot era or whatever, at that time, I've actually been inspired by Shadow Wolf 000. He's like a perfect type of example with the type of fun videos that he does with him and his friends, on Mario Party, or at least some of the old games like Crash Team Racing, or at least Crash Bash or whatever, or Sonic Adventure 2. At least his early Mario Kart videos, like I guess mainly Mario Kart 64, and I guess you could say Double Dash. Like those type of videos that I enjoy Kevin doing, and that's like, I guess that's like the best example I can give on those type of videos I would like to do, because him and his friends like to have fun, and they just like create the best memories out there, and they still hang out still to this day, and that's how I kind of want my channel to be. So thank you, Kevin, for at least being my inspiration to at least continue these type of videos. Because if it weren't for you, let's see, I probably wouldn't even like, I don't know, at least continue making multiplayer type videos. So I do appreciate that, Kevin. And there's still other people out there from the TheGamerzLikesToPlay members that actually have inspired me to at least continue. But earlier during the era, in case you guys don't know, with these members here, like Super64134, Sup with T, or XNAP11, I know they're the same people, but in case you guys don't know, they Sup with T and XNAP11 are the same person. Pure Heart 1777, Sparks 28, let's say Killer Shadow, Aquago 66, Purple Tanuki, Nintendo 14. Other than that, there's a lot of members to say, so don't feel and TJ, yeah. But a lot of those guys here, they've actually have not appeared in the very early 2013 era, like on the February time. They've actually appeared a bit later. And I guess that's all I've got to say for how the origins of the TheGamerzLikesToPlay started in the reboot as well. So yeah, that's basically how the TheGamerzLikesToPlay actually started. Even though in the very beginning it wasn't the TheGamerzLikesToPlay, but it led to a connection to it at least. And what I've realized that after I've explained this story to me, I feel like the TheGamerzLikesToPlay was more like a test that I failed at. And once you fail at something, you don't give up, and you just basically just try to look back at your mistakes, analyze it, think about it, think what you did wrong, and then try your best to improve to be sure that you don't make the mistake. So you basically improve here. And what I'm basically saying is that the TheGamerzLikesToPlay is the type of way that is a big improvement compared to the TheGamerzLikesToPlay, because I was close to giving up. But after looking back on on how the videos were, and just how the content was, and how experiencing being an early Let's Player is different than just watching someone Let's Play a game. It may be kind of easy, but in reality it actually isn't. I know it's just people talking in video games, but sometimes you gotta try and be entertaining and have people watch the video still, and then try to at least get people to subscribe to your channel, so that way you can receive more attention. But I used to care a lot about that more back then. But just nowadays, I don't really care. Like, it's cool if people say, I know I do say feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I just say feel free. Like, it's optional for them. I'm not making them do it. I'm not saying you have to. But I think at that point, I'll just probably, like, I think at this point, I should just really care less about it if I'm just doing it as a hobby. But, but yeah, I just want to say just thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot to me, and I'm glad that you guys actually do care to at least watch the videos and at least just give me all the nice feedback. I appreciate all the comments, you guys, and I'm glad that I've met a lot of you guys throughout this adventure. And to be honest, if I never even had thought of making a YouTube channel, I don't even know where I would be at, to be honest, right now. I'm not sure my life would be better or the worse. I don't think my life would actually be... I think it'd just be interesting overall, but it'd be more quite lonely, to be honest, because like I said, I've met a lot of you guys, and if we've never even met, like, that's just gonna be pretty depressing, to be honest. But I don't want to think that I don't want to think in alternative universe timeline. With all the little decisions you make, it can make a major difference. But yeah. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoy the story of how the TheGamerzLikesToPlay actually started. This was actually a good way to spend the 5-year anniversary, and I put a lot of effort into like making this type of thing, and just try to find more resourceful information to at least use and find evidence. And it's good to look back. I had a bit of a memory lane, just trying to get Facebook posts and then some images and all that. It was just fun. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Feel free to join my Discord server and get to know me more from there. And if you have any questions, then go ahead and ask them in the comment section or on Discord, whatever works for you. And hopefully in the next videos, I'll be doing some more online matches with Discord people. So look forward to that, and I'm looking forward to see how the TheGamerzLikesToPlay will proceed to the 5-year mark and later on. I'm not gonna say 10 years because I don't know if I'll be here for 10 years, but I'll be very impressed. It'll be impressive if I'm still here for 5 years later again, but we'll just have to see. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.